Achoo! Yep, it's me again. Welcome to a brand new journey. Congratulations, you've just been reincarnated. Not as a billionaire, not as a beauty queen, but as a full-fledged gray wolf.
Your eyes open, not to TikTok, but to a scratchy bush and the scent of raw meat. You have no clue who you are, but your body knows exactly what to do. Legs are for running, nose is for sniffing, teeth are for biting. And then, the howl. That sound that makes the whole forest freeze like it's buffering. Hello, world! Your life as a wolf has officially begun. You weren't born on a sunlit meadow or a majestic snowy peak. You came into this world in a damp, pitch-black cave, cold as a cat's heart when it's being bathed. At first, you saw nothing. Just smells, sounds, and your mom's low growl. You squirmed between siblings, fighting for milk like life was a 24/7 survival game. And so your wolf life began, not with a mighty roar, but with a sneeze, thanks to dust in your nose. 4 legs, sure, but don't expect Disney-level grace. Front legs prance like ballet. Back legs drag like slippery flip-flops. Face plants? Totally normal. What keeps you going? The distant smell of mom's milk. Your personal fuel station. At last, you stand tall and bite your dad's tail. Classic. After days of tagging along the pack, eating your fill, and goofing around, you begin to realize survival isn't just about being protected. It's about learning to fight. That day, Mom taught you how to hunt with a crazed, squeaking mole. No textbook, no user manual. She just dropped the mole, pointed into the woods, and said, "Go." You looked at the mole looked at you. Then it bolted, and you tripped on a root. You charged ahead like this was your first viral video shoot. But after exactly 10 meters, you collapsed, panting like a leaky air pump. Your thighs wobbled like jello in a snowstorm. You caught nothing, except your own shadow. But Mom didn't scold you, because she knew hunting isn't just speed, it's patience. And you, a mud-covered warrior, were starting to get it. Hunting taught you survival. But something else stirred inside, something that wanted to speak to the sky. Bright full moon. The pack lay still. Only the wind made a sound, and your stomach growling like a fire alarm. You lifted your head, your heart pounded. Something inside wanted to come out. Ow! Your first howl, totally off key, croaky like a broken karaoke mic. But you did it, and that was the beginning. One wolf answered, then another. The sound spread like a wave of falling snow. You, small and scruffy, melted into the great wolf symphony. You didn't need anyone to nod in approval. Just hearing that echo told you you weren't alone. After that howl, you weren't a side character anymore. You had a name, you had friends, and you began the hardest lesson. Making friends with creatures just as toothy as you. Bitten ear in the morning. Pancakes by Big Sis at noon. And by sunset, you peed on your brother's tail. A form of protest with strong visuals and stronger smell. Every afternoon was an epic showdown. Wolf Pup Wars. You and your youngest sibling faced off. Battlefield? A tiny dirt hill behind the bushes. Rules? No such thing. Just ear bites, neck locks, and a whole lot of missed chomps. A wild leap, a flying somersault, and a bite of thin air. Good grief, more dramatic than the World Cup. Wolves don't write poetry. They nibble ears, lick foreheads, and headbutt like, "I like you, dummy." You slowly realized it's not the fastest that survives. It's the one with a pack. You thought you understood the forest, but then came something strange. Not from the bushes, but from a world you'd never known. You were sniffing around when it arrived. The smell of soap, plastic, totally not deer, definitely not rabbit. It wore red, held something shiny. You growled. It smiled. You didn't get it, but you didn't run either. Two worlds stared at each other across a snowy gap. Then, click! And just like that, you entered the internet. One photo, fur fluffed, face frozen, but vibes immaculate. That night, you went viral under #SoCuteWolf, 3,246 likes. And you kinda liked it? Maybe you enjoyed being seen more than you thought. After many snowy seasons, you weren't the new kid anymore. You were a living memory and a guide. You're no longer a pup. You lead the pack, crossing old snowy paths, the same ones that once knocked you flat on your face. You remember your first howl, your first time getting lost. All of it like old snow, melted, then frozen again into wisdom. The pack shares breath, shares warmth, shares raw meat. No one gets left behind, even when the snow falls harder than ever. You don't need trophies, just a quiet forest, a blue sky, and a few paw prints in the snow. A message that says, I was here, and I lived one amazing life. You're not a superhero, no cape, no spotlight, just a wolf raised in the cold winds, falling and failing, yet always standing back up and howling loud. In a world where paw prints vanish fast, you left something stronger, a howl, a pack, a life not perfect but wildly meaningful. You didn't just survive, you lived like a true white snow legend. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss the next episodes.